If you've been obsessed with Megabonk like I have been for the past month, grinding tomes, making game breaking builds, and just generally losing track of time, you're probably wondering what is next to play. You've probably gotten most of the achievements or a high leaderboard score, and you're just waiting for new updates or maybe more modded content for the game. By the way, I have a video on how to mod Megabonk, link down in the description down below. Go check that out, self plug. But today we're not going to talk about that. We're going to resolve your Megabonk issue, and I'm going to recommend 5 games that all scratch that similar itch. Some of you have probably already heard of these, and for some this might be entirely new to you. So let's go ahead and get this started. Starting everything off, we're going to go with something that was one of my favorites to play, and it still is fun to go back to from time to time because they're constantly updating the game, but it is Risk of Rain 2. And let me tell you that it's like Megabonk, and chances are you already heard of this game, and you might be asking yourself, how is this like Megabonk? Well, it's not a survivor's like, so you're going to have to aim and actually click buttons to attack, but don't let that dissuade you from giving this game a try. There are very unique survivors, and it has a similar gameplay loop of running around the stage, killing enemies, buying chests, and just trying to find the teleporter before the game gets progressively harder and harder. And then, after you do that, you go to the next stage and rinse and repeat. Just like with Megabonk. This game also has the opportunity to just turn into pure chaos and insanity once the items start stacking correctly. And like I mentioned earlier, there's a variety of characters that have a lot to choose from, whether it be their unique abilities or playstyles. Whatever it has, there's a lot of ways to play this game with the mix and match of items, different artifacts, which is something that changes the game entirely and how you play it. Lots of stuff with this game, and they even have DLC planned to release later this year. And this game with co-op and just playing with your friends is such an amazing time. I enjoyed this game so much with that. So I'd heavily suggest you give this one a try if you want to dive into the world of something absolutely amazing that you'll just sink so many hours into. Next up, if you want something that is a survivor's like, let me present to you with Brotato. This is a quirky little flash looking game that may look dumb on the surface, but let me tell you that it has an amazingly addicting gameplay loop. And I remember playing this game a ton on my phone because it actually has a mobile release as well. And since I know a lot of people use their Steam Deck to play Megabonk, let me just throw this out there that this is another Steam Deck game that is absolutely amazing, and it translates extremely well into a portable gamepad. But me personally, I played most of this on my phone, much like with another game later on in our, entries. But I bought it again on Steam just to record footage for you guys, and just a run in, and I can already tell that I can get sucked right back into this because there's even mod support for this game directly with the Steam Workshop, so it's even easier. You just go there, click subscribe, and you're done. So you'll have even more free content alongside just the base game, and it's not even me touching into DLCs. But let me not get too ahead of myself and explain more about this game. This is a survivor's like, much like with Megabonk. You're all used to dodging enemies, upgrading your character and weapons, and so on and so forth. The twist with this is that it's a wave-based game, so you'll have some breathing room between each wave to decide what you want to upgrade, what items you want, and what you want to buy from the shop. And honestly, I really enjoy that aspect of this game because it allows me to just breathe for once. Like, just have that, whoa, sigh of relief. Like, don't got to worry about that anymore. You can also combine weapons to get better rarities for them, and you can choose what type of build you want to work toward. Maybe you're going to start off with straight gunfire, but then you end up developing into an elemental build later on. The world is your oyster, and your mind is only limited by the potatoes you unlock and the mods you'll be able to fit in there. It also has couch co-op, so that's pretty cool. For our third entry, we got a newcomer to this genre, and it actually comes from some developers you may have heard of because it comes from the same people who made Deep Rock Galactic. It got a survivors-like spin-off game. This game just came out in the middle of September and has been getting steady support for the most part. And you don't have to have played the original Deep Rock Galactic to understand the game. It's fairly straightforward. Although I will say players who are fans of the original franchise will probably get a smile on their face from just hearing all the voice lines copied over from the original game. But yeah, there's 4 classes to choose from just like in the original game, and different biomes to complete like the original game once again. Each mission has a main objective and multiple optional objectives, which you can complete for additional XP and resources. And then with XP you get from different minerals and what you mine and what you get from the mission, there's a lot to do. The level ups for your weapons is similar to what you see from other games that I mentioned previously. The missions are fairly short though, so this is like a sweet experience. Not there for a long time, but it's there for a good time. The missions usually last just around 30 minutes. It's great for casual play, especially once again for devices like the Steam Deck. I got y'all out there who are Steam Deck users. But yeah, you mine, shoot, upgrade, die, and repeat. It's a Deep Rock's roguelike spinoff that feels way better than it should, if I'm being honest, because I thought this game was going to be bad or just a knockoff of something else when they initially teased it. Now, this isn't some sort of world breaker that I'm going to jump for joy at the thought of, like, oh man, I can't wait to play this game. But it's a nice game that will buy up some time. And again, if you're a fan of both Megabonk and the original Deep Rock Galactic, then this game was definitely made just for you. Moving on to our fourth entry, we have something that is a bit nostalgic for some, because if you like the Risk of Rain 2 or even played the original Risk of Rain, then Risk of Rain Returns is yet another amazing game to get into. Now, if maybe you played Risk of Rain 2 but never got into the 2D one, please play this remake of the original because it has the same addicting gameplay loop and it's all done on a 2D plane. And the pixel art is just gorgeous. The soundtrack is amazing. And really, this is just a beautiful love letter to the original game. And I implore you just to try it out just for the soundtrack and retro charm alone. But it's Risk of Rain 2 in a 2D plane. I can't describe it more than that. It's just more of Risk of Rain, which I personally loved. Wrapping up this top 5, I of course had to mention Vampire Survivors, the game that put this genre on the map, if you ask me. And if Megabonk is like crack, Vampire Survivors is like the gateway drug that led you to said crack. But for those of you who don't know about the game, it has the same core loop, you know, XP orbs, wave scaling, constant upgrades, all that define what Megabonk is built upon is in this game. Like I said, this is like the grandfather of most survivor-like games. And it really blew onto the scene when it came out. But it has some permanent unlocks that increases your damage, maybe new stages, whatever it is, right? So it makes you feel like you're progressing further and further. So this is a really nice game that also makes you feel like you're accomplishing stuff when playing it. Now, this is free on mobile, which is where I was playing it most of my time since forever ago. So there's really no reason to not pick up this game and give it a chance, considering the entry point is literally free 99. If you don't buy it on PC, I mean, just know that it's there. But if you do buy it on PC, let it be known that they're planning to add online co-op by the end of this year. I think fall 2025 to be specific. And I mean, we're almost at the end of fall. What is it, like November, and then that's it? So they're going to have that online update by then. So if you and your buddies can't wait for Megabonk multiplayer, because it feels like that's going to be a ways away, then go ahead and give this game a try, because by the end of October or November, like I said, the multiplayer update will be there and you can all have an amazing time together breaking the game. So those are the 5 games that scratch that same Megabonk itch you might be looking for. If you played any of these, let me know which one's your favorite. Or if I missed a hidden gem, let me know down in the comments below. If you love chasing XP, breaking builds, and drowning your screen in enemies and a bunch of particles, these 5 will feel like home. And if you're new here, hit subscribe for more videos. Hope you all enjoyed.